A very good afternoon to you, and thank you for joining us on BTV News Update at 3. My name is Temitope Oluwafemi. And now to the news in details. The Anambra State government has ordered the closure of Onitsha main market for a week. The decision was taken after traders failed to comply with the state's Monday sit-at-home directive. Authorities said the lockdown is meant to enforce adherence to the weekly observance, which is aimed at promoting security and public order in the state. Traders who ignored the order were cited as the main reason for the temporary closure. The shutdown affects all business activities in the market, including retail and wholesale operations. Residents and commuters are advised to avoid the area during the enforcement period. Government officials stated that compliance with state directive is mandatory and failure to follow them could result in further restrictions or penalties. Security agencies have been deployed to monitor the market during the closure. The state government urged market stakeholders and the public to cooperate fully, assuring the normal operations will resume once compliance is ensured. The former Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun, has reaffirmed his membership of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC and declared his support for President Bola Tinubu's re-election bid in 2027. Amosun made this known at the Eke Palace Pavilion in Abeokuta while addressing supporters and well-wishers during activities marking his 68th birthday celebration. He emphasized his continued loyalty to the APC and expressed confidence in President Tinubu's leadership and vision for the country. The report.
The Bible Society of Nigeria has warned that banning indigenous languages from classroom could further erode Nigeria's cultural and linguistic heritage. The organization emphasized that the use of local languages plays a critical role in effective learning and preservation of national identity, urging policymakers to give greater consideration to indigenous languages in the education sector.
This action will not encourage the growth and usage of our mother tongues. We should be proud of our languages. The death of a language is the death of a culture and the death of a people. Some languages have gone into extinction in Nigeria because they were not in active usage. We translate the Bible into Nigerian language because not everyone understands the official language, which is English. Prioritizing English language over our indigenous languages will not do us much good. Let us teach our children mother tongues, both at home, in the church, and in the schools. Other countries across Africa and beyond also adopted other foreign languages as medium of national communication or official language, but not at the detriment of their own local languages.
The Bible Society of Nigeria has cautioned that the exclusion of indigenous languages from classroom instruction could accelerate the decline of Nigeria's cultural and linguistic heritage. It stressed that local languages are essential to effective learning and national identity.
I consider one of our greatest achievements in the last 60 years is the ability to help the deaf hear the word of God. By that, we have broken any known barrier to man that makes the word of God inaccessible. Nigeria is the first country in Africa among 41 Bible societies in Africa to build a dedicated center for the Bible translation into the sign language.
They disclosed that 11 Bible translation and revision projects are currently ongoing across the country. Favor Kolawole reported for BTV News.
The Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, ICRC, has begun signing the concession agreement for the Akano Ibian International Airport. The ICRC described the development as a significant milestone and a demonstration of the federal government's continued efforts to leverage public-private partnerships to modernize critical national infrastructure. Director General of the ICRC, Jobson, says the signing is a strong signal of Nigeria's readiness to deepen private sector participation in infrastructure development. He added that the Akano Ibiam Airport concession aligns with the Commission's ongoing efforts to streamline PPP processes, strengthening interagency collaboration, and accelerate project delivery, with far-reaching implications of economic growth across all sectors and regions of the country. Jobson also commended the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, for his role in driving reforms and advancing private sector partnerships in the aviation sector. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has arrested a 30-year-old Brazilian woman in possession of 30.9 kg of heroin. NDLEA spokesman Femi said the drugs, with an estimated street value of over 3 billion naira, were concealed in factory-sealed coffee packs at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. He added that the suspect was placed under intelligence-led surveillance before her arrest at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. 2 other individuals en route to Istanbul, Turkey, was also apprehended. The suspects were found with 3,990 tablets of tramadol and tapentadol concealed in food items packed in their luggage. NDLEA operatives also carried out seizures and arrests in Kaduna, Kano, Borno, Niger, Ekiti, Edo, and Delta, and other several states in the country. An Osun State Police Command has intercepted a truck carrying materials suspected to be explosive devices during an intelligence-led stop-and-search operation in Saki, Osun State. According to a press release by the Command Public Relations Officer, Ayelande Olayinka, the arrest followed the intelligence received by police operatives on duty. The truck and the suspected materials were immediately secured and are currently in police custody. The statement said that after being briefed on the assignment, the Commissioner of Police, Osun State Command, CP Ibrahim Gotan, ordered a comprehensive investigation. Personnel from the Explosive Ordnance Disposal Unit and the Chemical, Biological, Radiological, and Nuclear CBRN units were deployed to safely secure the items for safekeeping and forensic examination. The Commissioner reassured residents of Osun State of the Command's commitment to protecting lives and property, urging the public to remain calm as there is no cause for panic. The Osun State Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Sunday BC, has highlighted the developmental achievements of Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke, saying they have attracted attention beyond the state and underscored the administration's capacity to deliver good governance. BC spoke on Sunday while addressing journalists and party supporters in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. The report.
Constituents of Olumide Fatumisi, Emife East State constituency had another opportunities to benefit from employment initiative by the lawmaker. Items distributed included manual and industrial sewing machines, hair dryers, refrigerators, power generating sets, and motorcycles, among others. The lawmaker stated that the empowerment program is intended to alleviate the suffering of beneficiaries and enhance their income generating capacity. Beneficiaries described empowerment as outstanding.
Testament to his achievement in Osun. It is unprecedented, everything we have witnessed in Osun of today compared to Osun of yesterday. We have done a lot of infrastructural programs, If you look at the X sectors, the governor has done perfectly well. He has won numerous awards. Osun's people are solidly behind the governor, and we, the House of Assembly members, are solidly behind the governor.
Once you are empowered by the state government or the federal government, always extend this kind of gesture to your people. That's exactly what Olumide has done, and that's my advice to others. Good people of Ife East, from area office to Okerewe, to Ilode, to More, we are enormously proud of this young man.
Beneficiaries describe the empowerment as outstanding.
We have been having so many people in the assembly, but this one is very different. At this crucial time, when the economy is very poor, I know these materials that will be given to beneficiaries today will really uplift them, improve their economy, make them happy. And I know surely that it will also improve the situation and the condition of our party in Osun State.
The state chairman of the PDP, Sunday BC, expressed confidence in Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration, citing the achievements recorded over the past 3 years.
Continue to support the administration of Governor Ademola Adeleke, because if he's not doing well, this honorable will not be doing well. You know, they are following his footsteps. Because he's doing well, that is why the honorable members are doing well equally.
He also expressed strong support for the continuity of the governor's administration, noting that it would help address the economic challenges faced by people at the grassroots level. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
The Lagos state government has defended its decision to demolish structures in Makoko and other communities, stressing that the action is aimed at protecting lives and property. Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotosho, and Special Advisor to the Governor on EGIS and Urban Development, Babatunde, spoke on Ask Lagos, a weekly discussion platform designed to foster engagement between the government and residents. Both government officials said the demolitions were carried out for security reasons and represented essential steps towards creating a safer, more sustainable megacity. Commissioner Omoto emphasized that the actions were driven primarily by public safety, environmental protection, and security considerations, particularly the risk posed by illegal structures built under high-tension power lines and along critical waterways. You are still watching Beetv News Update at 3. We'll be going on a short break. Do stay with us.
After 5 years of standing the test of time in the hospitality business, Lovely Inn Hotel and Apartment presents Lovely Inn Hotel and Apartment 5 years anniversary with 25 Edo Bigger stars. Featuring J-Tunes Osarimore, Famous Akaba, AG Smile Mufasa, Jackie Sula, Prince Sula Usula, Isoke Onhehe, Sir Peter the Rocco Waifu Jr., Vic Sula, Osai Nomaesewi, DJ Ote Brown, MC Godsend, MC Prince Boy, MC Oviakbo, Osamui Ole Morocco, Minister of Enjoyment, Ex-Baba, Buju King, Hype Galloway, DJ Express, DJ Easy Wise, DJ CK, Fela Jr., Young Messiah, Old Coconut, Mr. Collins, and many more. Date Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Time 6 p.m. till dawn. After party at Samota Mini Club, same venue. Gate pass free of charge. For table reservations, call +447 4666 95293 or +234 810 815 1450. Venue Lovely Inn Hotel and Apartment, 11 Prince Alexander Ogun Road, beside Sazi Filling Station, before Winners Chapel, after Ajib, Sapele Road, Benin City. Or use your Google Map. Maximum security guaranteed.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. And now to the world of business. The real value of employees' earnings fell sharply by about 2.79 trillion naira in 2024, to 25.48 trillion naira, indicating that workers became poorer as inflation wiped out gains from higher nominal pay, data from the Central Bank of Nigeria shows. The report. In contrast, GDP data at current purchasers' prices show that compensation of employees rose nominally by 18.43% to 75.59 trillion naira in 2024 from 63.83 trillion naira in 2023. These figures mean that when adjusted for inflation, take-home pay for Nigerian workers decreased despite earning more naira, representing a significant loss in purchasing power during the year. Abia partners NCRIB to deepen insurance awareness. The governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Oti, has said that he has set up a working committee within his government to collaborate with the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers on creating awareness about insurance in the state. The disclosure was made during a business visit by the president of the NCRIB, Mrs. Ekwoma Eziebe, alongside a delegation from the council to the Abia State governor. In addition, Oti also said to have underscored the need for younger professionals to be involved in the insurance collaboration for sustainability, drawing reference from the Abia Leadership Academy, which he noted has successfully trained about 1,000 young people in the state. U.S. exports to Nigeria jumped 60% amid Trump tariff. The United States recorded a goods trade surplus of about $1.45 billion with Nigeria in the first 10 months of 2025, according to U.S. Census Bureau data. During this period, U.S. exports to Nigeria rose sharply to $5.94 billion, while imports from Nigeria declined to $4.49 billion, resulting in a positive trade balance in America's favor. This represented a significant reversal from the same period in 2024, when the U.S. had a $1.37 billion trade deficit with Nigeria. The shift highlights a stronger performance of U.S. exports alongside reduced inflows of Nigerian goods into the U.S. market. In October 2025 alone, the U.S. posted a $162 million trade surplus with Nigeria, up from $116 million in September, reflecting a month-on-month improvement of nearly 40%. The stronger October surplus was driven mainly by a drop in U.S. imports from Nigeria rather than a substantial expansion in exports. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for Beetv News. Russian forces launched heavy bombardments on Kyiv and Kharkiv on Sunday, causing widespread damage and casualties as U.S. brokered peace talks between Russia and Ukraine entered their second day in the United Arab Emirates with no visible progress towards compromise. The report.
According to Ukrainian authorities, Russian missiles struck residential areas and infrastructure in both cities, resulting in multiple civilian injuries and localized power outages. Emergency services in Kyiv reported that at least dozens of buildings sustained damage, while in Kharkiv, several apartment blocks and transportation hubs were hit. The attack came despite ongoing diplomatic efforts in Abu Dhabi, where negotiators from Ukraine, Russia, and the United States have convened to explore possible pathways for de-escalation. Officials present at the talks described discussions as tense and unproductive, with both sides maintaining firm positions on territorial and security demands. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky condemned the strikes, emphasizing that attacks on civilian areas violate international law and undermine diplomatic initiatives. He called for increased international support to protect urban centers and civilians, while urging the world to maintain pressure on Moscow to halt aggressive operations. Russian officials, however, defended the bombings as part of targeted military operations against strategic Ukrainian positions, denying that civilians were intentionally targeted. The Kremlin statements coincided with reports of intensified shelling along other front lines in eastern Ukraine, signaling a continuation of military escalation despite negotiations abroad. Humanitarian organizations in Kyiv and Kharkiv warned of growing civilian displacement as families sought shelter from repeated airstrikes. Local authorities mobilized emergency crews to restore electricity and water services, while hospitals prepared for a potential influx of casualties. Analysts say the ongoing strike during diplomatic talks highlights the fragility of negotiations and the difficulty in the achieving ceasefire agreements amid continuing hostilities. Western leaders have reiterated support for Ukraine and condemned attacks on civilian areas, urging renewed commitment to dialogue. As the talks in the United Arab Emirates continues, without indication of compromise, both Kyiv and Kharkiv remain under threat from Russian bombardment, leaving civilians in the two largest Ukrainian cities facing mounting danger and stalled international diplomacy. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
And now to the world of entertainment. A Nigerian medical doctor, Dr. Sina, has publicly reacted to a viral miracle video involving Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, stating that based on medical facts, he does not believe the incident requires or qualifies as a miracle. A video of Pastor Chris Oyakhilome healing some people who were reportedly unable to walk had initially made the rounds, stirring different reactions. The report.
In a detailed breakdown shared online, the doctor explained that he carefully reviewed the video, slowing it down and examining the movement of the individuals described as crippled. According to him, the several physical and neurological signs expected in paralyzed or long-term crippled individuals were absent. Dr. Shino noted that medically, a non-functional or paralyzed leg often presents with abnormal angles, rotation, muscle wasting due to disuse. However, he claimed these features were not evident in the video, while emphasizing that he believes in miracles as a Christian. Dr. Sina maintained that, from a medical standpoint, the video did not provide sufficient evidence to conclude that a genuine miracle had taken place. He encouraged viewers to slow down the footage themselves and consult medical professionals for further evolution. In another development, Nollywood actress Bimbo Ademoye has raised the alarm over the alleged demonetization of her movie, Where Love Lives, accusing a man of unlawfully claiming ownership of a song used in the film. In a social media post, the actress alleged that an individual identified as Emmanuel Davis of Lagos Sounds took a song created specifically for the movie and falsely claimed it was his own. She explained that the song was composed by an artist named Uzo Somli for the film and was never released publicly in order to prevent piracy. According to Ademoye, the man allegedly uploaded the song online, claimed copyright ownership, and proceeded to take over the monetization of Where Love Lives, thereby earning revenue from the movie without authorization. The actress stressed that she would never lay claim to what does not belong to her and vowed to pursue the matter until the individual involved is held accountable. Popular on-air personality Dotun has reacted to the recent reconciliation between Nollywood actress Tonto Dike and her ex-husband Olakunle Churchill. Reacting to Tonto's forgiveness message, Dotun stated that, in his view, Tonto is not the victim in the situation. Despite the public display of reconciliation, according to him, if forgiveness truly needs to happen, Churchill is the one who deserves it after years of damaging narratives and public accusations. Dotun acknowledged that Tonto was part of the marriage, but criticized what he described as the lack of depth in her forgiveness message. He stressed that it failed to address the long-term impact of the allegations made against Churchill and the damage they caused to his public image. Dotun concluded that forgiveness goes beyond words, especially when public stigma is involved. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
And now to the world of sports. Nigeria's bid to continue their remarkable run at the 2026 African Men's Handball Championship suffered a setback on Sunday as they were narrowly defeated by Angola in their opening match of the main round. The Golden Arrow, who has topped Group A with commanding victories over Algeria, Zambia and host Rwanda, went down 24-27 at the Kigali BK Arena yesterday, leaving their hopes of a semi-final berth and early qualification for the 2027 IHF Men's World Championship hanging in the balance. The match began with Nigeria struggling to contain a determined Angolan side. At halftime, the Arrows trailed 11-14 after conceding a series of well-taken goals. Despite their best efforts in the second half, including converting 5 of 7 7-meter throws, Nigeria could not overturn Angola's lead, who were perfect for the penalty spot with 6 successful attempts out of 6. Many thanks for staying with us on Beetv News Update at 6. My name is Temitokwe Oluwafemi.